Hello and welcome to IFAR Season 16 here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Tonight in the booth I've got with me Mr. Victor Delgado III. And yeah, it's going to be start a little late, but at the same time we also start a little early because normally we don't start till qualifying, but I want to make sure I got everything all sorted and figured out before we got started here tonight.
Practice is still ongoing, but in 4 minutes now we should be able to head to qualifying.
Yeah, definitely so. Last week went to Homestead. Things were kind of rough there, but Joshua Clements ended up on top after that. Then week before that we had Steven Gibson win at Daytona Road Course. And then we had our season opener, I believe. I feel like I'm missing something. Probably am, but I do know last week we had Homestead. Joshua Clements did end up winning that. He's going to be returning tonight, hopefully, or not hopefully, but potentially having a shot at going back-to-back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a new track for IFAR at all or just a returning track, but it has been absent from the calendar for quite a while. Indianapolis Raceway Park, our first short track of the season, is going to be really interesting because the way they described it when they sent out the track, it handles more like a Papyrus track.
Interesting. So I think that'll be a new challenge for some of these guys, or maybe an old challenge for some others. It just depends on how you execute, and really, I think hitting your marks in this race. Oh, they're already dying.
Just get the silliness out of the way.
Yeah. A few things I could not help but notice. William Gregory, as you may notice on my ticker pylon is his number card does not match his paint scheme. That is because I don't think he realizes he is in the car he runs a BP&R.
I don't know.
Yeah, he runs the 31 in BP&R, the 30 here in, no, wait, that's backwards. 30 in BP&R, 31 here in IFAR. So there's that for you. And
Both,
oh, go ahead.
sorry, both leagues use NCS21, so it's pretty easy to get them mixed up.
Yeah, definitely so. Especially when you run a paint scheme, that the only difference is one digit off the number. Very easy and honest mistake there out of the 30, or out of William Gregory there. See if they catch him on it. But yeah, just getting the rough housing out before they go to qualifying. Let's go ahead and get an idea how many laps we got. We got 125 laps in the race. Fuel 72. Not a big mathematician in terms of strategy, but I do think that is at least, I want to say a two-stopper.
It could definitely be so if you're not careful, but assuming it is correct and not just because the game assumes it is a 1x rare race, which it's not, it should be only a one-stop stop.
Alright. Got a new guy tonight, 67 of Zenith Van Perkith. I hope I didn't butcher that name there.
I think Racing just has the weirdest lineup in terms of names.
Got Jack Lazar, John Cookies, they're done and gone. Then I'm gonna butcher that name really bad. Zenith Van Perkith. And I think they had another one too. It was pretty crazy, but I don't recall
The
what it was.
86.
Ah, yeah, the 86.
But then they got off.
We go into qualifying in 1 minute.
And confirmation from Joshua Clements, race admin for tonight, qualifying in 1 minute.
Yeah. Track we haven't ran here in IFAR in a minute. Currently fast on the board, the 06 Jolene Sims. Do you feel like they feel like that's your pick for the pole, or are you thinking maybe someone else might show their face for qualifying?
I could see Jolene, but I might have to put my money on Stephen Gibson to win pole.
Good luck in qualifying. Reminder, the game will DQ your lap time if you slam the wall too hard. And wall riding is illegal here in IFAR, so do not do that. But otherwise, good luck.
That's interesting.
So,
Never heard
yeah.
that before. It's a nice touch.
Wall riding, wall bouncing, just any advantage you can get by utilizing the wall is a no-go here in IFAR.
I think I'm gonna say Viola for pole. Bit of a gamble.
If I did pick him, it'll likely be by Smith, so that's why I went with Gibson.
Fair enough.
So whilst they're qualifying, I might as well read out points. After 3 races have been completed, Clements at the top of the point standings, with Landon Lyles second, William Viola third. And around the cut line are 7th place Gino Bononi and 8th place Steven Gibson. Remember, at Homestead he got tangled up. The two of them got tangled up in the late running, so Gibson didn't get a good finish out of that one. So he's sitting 8th place, while Rivera and Jolene Sims, I believe, occupy. No, sorry, it is Cole Rodriguez with his Daytona 250 win, and Daniel Rivera currently occupying the 2 wildcard spots. Meanwhile, in the team standings, Scuderia Carmona Racing, leads the way with ED Racing in P2, Cincinnati Motorsports P3, MCR P4, and Star Sport Racing in P5, and those are the only 5 teams to score points so far.
Already seen some lap times roll in, and At the moment, it looks like TalhaDevYT.
He's been really good at the short tracks, and this is no exception.
Yeah, the only
I
reason
just didn't think it'd be. Go ahead.
the only reason I really didn't have him on my list for tonight is wasn't really showing anything crazy in practice. But to be fair, I also wasn't 100% paying attention the whole time because I was focused on setting up the broadcast. But yeah, see if that sticks.
I did think that as well, but I was also going to say that while Tyler is good in qualifying, he usually just fumbles it during the actual session.
Happens. This is not his first IFAR poll. I believe it's his second IFAR poll, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. His prior one was last season at Kansas when it was round 2 of the
Congrats
season.
to Tara on the poll, and thank you everyone for coming out. We got 27 cars tonight, so a lot for a short track. And especially this short track, which is not a bottom lane one, more of a middle to high lane one. So just at the PSA, try our best so that we're not here until the F1 race starts. Please be courteous. Everyone else is gonna be different skill levels. I mean, looking at the qualifying gaps, it was over a second across the field. So just be aware that not everyone will enter the corners the same way at the same speed, and especially on the start when we jumped up like that. As for race pages, most everyone here has started the IFAR race. I am the only admin here tonight. Alex is not here. So if there's if you got an unfair black flag for like under caution, or you disconnected and you need lap back, please PM me about that. Otherwise, cautions are 2 more cars spinning, or since this is the short track, it's possible that a car could spin up in front of the leaders, and I will call a caution for that if I see it. But since I am on track, I will need, if you guys see 2 cars that were together, that cause direct 2 or more cars, then put in chat 2, multi, or 3, and then I will call a caution. Caution, we do not race back, so wherever you are, follow line pace speed. We'll say it's 45, because I think pit speed is 45. Okay, pit speed 35. We'll say pace speed. We'll do pace speed 40. Pace speed 40. Pit road at 35. Should be line to line. Pit road exit. You got the exit on the backstretch, so you'll have to be on the apron until that point. Right, 125 laps. Fuel is just a little bit above 60. So if we do go green all the way, which I don't think we will, but if we do, it'll be close to a one-stop race, or potentially a 2-stop race. The tire wear should be less egregious than it was at previous IFAR short tracks, if you're aware. But it can get loose or tight depending on how you drive it. You definitely need to wait on the throttle, so just be aware of that. As I said in qualifying, no wall riding or anything like that. It seems like there's possibilities to get very fast laps, but wall riding is not allowed. And if I see you repeatedly banging off the wall, and that could be a danger to others or yourself, then I will, if I see it in the race, I will park you, or you will be penalized post-race if you have gained an advantage from doing so. Otherwise, cautions. I will call a caution, and then we will stop, and then once the field is packed up, I will call pit road is open, and everyone can pit. If you get a black flag or some kind of penalty on pit road, stay in your position off pit road. You stay in position until we choose, and then you pull off to the side and let everyone pass. For the choose, we do not have a choose cone here. We will just use the front stretch. Just make it obvious, high or low. Like up against the wall or right up against the apron by the start finish line. Not gonna penalize anything unless it's egregious, but just make it obvious for everyone. And then for restarts, I will call quiet zone, which means no type in tech shot, and then the restart should be, I believe there's a restart line. Let me double check. Yeah, the white line across the front stretch. From there to the start finish line will be our restart zone. So the leader can call green anywhere in that zone there.
Alright.
Otherwise, as I said, be curious because this is a fast short track, which means it's very easy to get in front of people. The easiest way to go forward is not to cause a lot of cautions, but to take care of your stuff, and then you could do some pit strategy or just pass cars as they wear their tires. Otherwise, I'll give you another minute or two to figure out pit road. I imagine these pit boxes will be very small, so just be aware of your pit box neighbors. And otherwise, we'll hopefully have a great race tonight.
There it is from race control. We're going to be going to race here shortly. Now I think a lot of good points are made there. It's a long race, 125 laps. You ain't going to win it on lap 1. Just don't be stupid. Don't go for spots you know aren't going to be there. Hit your marks. It's a long race. No reason to ruin it on lap 3.
Yeah, Dan's in his BPNR car because he's a retard, so.
Scylla?
Alright, we'll ban Dan and then we'll go to race.
Wait, Rodriguez? Which Dan? Is it?
You'll get a whipping from Alex.
Rivera, that's the one. That's the guy. Why is he in the wrong car? I'm just gonna point this out as well. Okay, never mind. No, yeah, Victor got me. All right. Yeah. So that's actually the first time I've seen where 2 people accidentally put the wrong schemes in. I didn't even realize I didn't have one for the 98. Let me just double check real quick and make. 98 even still up in session. Top the board.
Alright, go into race. Good luck, everyone. We will have one reserve attempt if we wreck it up big on the first lap, or the whole field wrecks in like the first few laps. But please don't do that.
I had somebody in the 98, so I got.
And then I don't know if it's on him, but I imagine be careful on the start because with short track gearing, it might be a little high. So just be cognizant of your throttle.
Also, I fell out of the game. That's not great.
Ah, daggone. I'll let you know when you fill out.
Yeah, I think everybody here should just give a huge thanks to Daniel Rivera for completely ruining how good this race was going to be because he showed up in the wrong car file and now all the banners are mismatched. Fuck this guy. Yeah, no, actually, Garcia just brought up a great point in my VC. We should take a vote. We can do votes in NR chat. We should vote to get Daniel Rivera kicked from the race because he ruined the whole fucking thing.
Back home.
Oh wait, did I have that Rivera is in the wrong car file?
Fair enough. Well, Rivera, Gregory, and I think that's about it are in the wrong car files. That's alright, we live to see another day. Unless you're Thomas Troxel, who will end up very upset about that, but that's alright. People get upset sometimes, and that's part of life.
It'll be Aziz and Gibson on the front row as we are underway at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Alright, 120 laps. I hope to God they don't wreck on lap 1.
They probably will, because the track is just a naturally narrow track. It's mostly because of the difference in banking as the 97 and Caden Riffle gets spun around.
Okay, that will be our one restart attempt. Back it up, people.
That'll be our reset.
Oh.
Numerous bodies.
Yeah, that's quite the kill count there. Oh, we'll get it re-racked up. Try it again.
And right as the 97 got turned, I did mention how narrow the place is. It's just a natural thing. The low lane has less
a one and only
banking.
restart attempt. That was good until that back in the back. So good job. The gears are not as bad in the restart. But good luck, everyone.
Good until it wasn't.
No more do-overs.
But yeah, the low lane has less banking compared to the top 2 lanes, the middle and high side, so Trying to set up a pass on the inside is just really a no-go. Gotta commit to the top 2 lanes.
Pretty much.
It's basically Darlington, but a short track.
That is a good point too, because you know, normally when you race here, at least from my experience, you know, bottom line dominant, but I've never really seen a short track right like this where it's, like you said, kind of like Darlington, except it's more of a short track. So I think that'll be interesting to see.
Start your engines!
And it's not like there's any grip lanes here. It's asphalt all the way around, and the banking through the turns it's just a natural grip lane.
Oh, let's try it again.
Got 27 cars willing to contest 125 laps around the 0.6 of a mile facility. Try this one more time. Aziz didn't get a good jump that time around as we're underway. Gibson is going to clear for the race lead. Oh, big RG towards the back, and that's Trevor Davis slow off turn 2. And Gregory smacks the wall just ahead of him. He gets spinner, then Paletnikov in the 86, only a single car accident.
Yeah, Stottlemyre in the 79 able to get a harm.
That a multi-car?
That was a single car incident there.
Yeah, just informed him.
TalhaDevYT's already down to 4th place.
Didn't get a good jump off the line, and, well, kind of just struggling for track position. The top 2 lanes is the preferred line, and not a lot of room to make passes.
Yeah, definitely so. It's going to really come down to tire wear and just, like, I don't know if I'd say patience, but you kind of hit your marks.
I say so. I've been only glimpses the wall off turn 2, or 4, sorry. It is Viola in 3rd place, wanting to make a move, but just not enough room.
But now it's kind of starting to file out. The gaps, I mean, they're not really big right now, but getting a few laps, I think these guys are going to start gapping out, figuring out what pace they want to run, and seeing where that goes from there.
If you're Gibson, you kind of just check out early, get as big as a gap as you can, so when you hit traffic, you got one more time to play with as you negotiate through them.
Definitely so. Granted, he's wearing a bit more tire doing it, but as we've seen before, it may not mean much as a 67.
Car stopped up high. Beware.
That is 67. Lyle barely hits him. Trawick nearly does the same. Kind of just stuck up there. Gotta wait for opening, and Perkins finds his way to the apron. No caution.
Yeah, they didn't throw a yellow for that. Now, sometimes you might see them throw a yellow for something like that, but there was enough warning. Josh let them know in the chat, like, hey, there's a car at the top. Lyle, I think, was really the only guy that got anything out of that. And he looks to be doing all right now, that 81 car.
Yep, currently sit 8th place in between Nikon and Rivera. Troxel with a big wall smack, 10th place in the clutches of Friedrich and Rodriguez.
Yeah, I think right now you just gotta focus on your consistency. It's not all gonna be, you know, you go for that spot. That spot might come back. You just gotta hit your marks, hit your lines, and hopefully better than the guy in front of you.
And when I did reference the track handling like a pappy track, it's not like what IFAR drivers are used to, where there's high tire wear and forces you to slow down. Otherwise, your strategy is going to be abysmal. While I won't say there isn't tire wear, it's a lot less noticeable compared to what we're used to.
Wondering if it's more so tire heat, but I think we're really only going to really see the effects of the wear and the heat potentially at the end of this run.
I haven't ran a happy track, short track to be specific, in a little while, so I can't confirm nor deny it.
Well, Gino is slowly catching 51, keeping up with him in lap times. He's definitely been a different level of beast on these short tracks compared to the other guys here. He's won Martinsville a few times. I believe it's one of his home tracks, if I'm not mistaken. He's basically a short track guy for this league, in some sense.
Yeah, Martinsville is honestly your best points of reference if you're coming to a track like this. It's a short track and it's almost flat, not exactly as being as this place, but that is still a really good point of reference. Benoni, you mentioned he won there before, so he's likely taking that kind of experience and applying it here right now, as he is sitting second behind Stephen Gibson.
I think at this point it's just all about being a little methodical, trying to hit your lines, hit your marks, stay consistent, try not to warm the tires up too much, just stay where you need to.
And being methodical also includes traffic, as Joe Shmuda just ahead of the two leaders. And he'll have to stay towards the outside as Gibson gets slowed up a little bit. But Noni had a run, but decides not to take it.
Yeah, could have sent it 3 there, a lot better, which I 100% think is the better move. Still a lot of racing to go. You can very easily lose right here, right now.
Mostly singled out throughout the rest of the grid, and the 67 still on the apron. He, ever since his spin, he kind of just been keeping up in terms of lap times.
I mean, I believe this is his first IFAR start. Dare I say his first NR2003 race, so it looks like he might be parking
And
it.
Yep.
Yeah, which
And there he goes.
I respect that move there. You're not feeling like you're able to run the track without being a hazard. Just, you know, come back next time if you got a little more practicing, and just see what you can do from there.
Yeah, and that'll be our first retirement of the race. Stevie Gibson, our race leader, completes 17 laps. Giovanni sits second, William Viola in third, TalhaDevYT in P4, Joshua Clements in P5. Jolene Sims, fastest in practice, she'll be P6. Then is Nick Gra, P7.
High in turn 4.
Oh, 42. Or no, that's 43.
Daniel Silla, he toes it.
Wise decision there. Probably knew he wasn't going to be able to get down with how much the field was spread out. Just bite the bullet and call it the truck.
And look at this traffic for the leaders. You got Stallmeyer in the 79 and Belednik off. They're trying their best to stay out of the way.
And the thing is, most of these lap cars, they're running the line, the preferred line. They're not obligated to move out the way. They're obligated to hold their line and stay there. These guys have to make their way around them.
The thing I want to note is gearing. Race leader Stephen Gibson currently riding around in third gear, while Gian Benoni in second place is in fourth. Now both of them have the same ratio, meaning it doesn't really matter what gear you use, you're still going to have the same top speed. But I don't know about Gibson. High RPMs means you're going to burn more fuel.
Yeah, I think that's one thing to note here. Now, same ratio. Yeah, I think that really doesn't really change much with the gearing, like you said. So fuel, that'll be something to take in mind as well.
Well, it is still a one-stop strategy, but it's just how early do you want to pit? And if you have to pit for fuel before tires, that definitely closes up your fuel window.
Definitely so.
Carl Childress gets put a lap down. Has been pretty successful in 150. He won yesterday's Camaro Cup race at Raleigh, and just earlier tonight, for the reason of the delay, it was because they were using CamJam server to host the Bucky's 500 kilometers. Carl Judges is your race winner from that.
That's him on that. Currently the first car one lap down. If we end up getting a yellow right here now, he would be the free pass.
Next lap car up the road is Jack Lassard. He is entering turn 3 and all that side damage on the number 42 Chevrolet Camaro. He's going to be off the pace and going to get lapped sooner or later.
I mean, I think he's a little new here as well. Hasn't really done a lot of races. I don't know about his sim racing experience. Not to discount Carl at all, but considering he's put a number on Carl, he's actually, you know, doing all right for standards. I imagine he's not too new to sim racing, or at least NR2003.
See a bit of all cooling from the number 24. Now, it may not pay dividends because it's a short track, but if he's using it to cool off his tires, it could play a role, even with banking being as high as it is compared to the low lane. Tires are definitely worth keeping a mind of.
Definitely so. Now, they did say while riding was banned. They didn't specify while cooling. I'm not sure if there's a gray area in that rule or not, but
I mean,
while cooling is legal.
Considering whoever invented while cooling also happens to own this league, I don't think it's outlawed just yet. And again, go back here. That'll be for 10th place, being led by Thomas Troxel. Still keeping the spot over Friesen Rodriguez and Daniel Rodriguez. We got a spinner, that is Daniel Rivera backing up on the backstretch, but keeps it out of the traffic. It will only remain a single car accident. He was P7 at the time of spin. The RG Bargy in 3 and 4, that is Negron and Landon Lau stuck on each other, riding the wall.
Daggum.
They haven't gone around.
A quick replay on that.
Cautioned out, cautioned out.
Well, Lau called it a two-car accident, but
Pace speed
wasn't
is 40.
necessarily a wreck.
81 and the 90 were stuck together there, so.
Yeah, no, that's a fair caution. Pit is still closed. If you are ahead of the 51, then come around. If you're behind, I think it looks like the lucky dog will be the 8 car.
I was just talking about that.
We'll go one more time around and then pit will be open.
Carl Childers is in that lucky dog spot. He will be getting free pass on this yellow.
Under our first caution flag here at Indianapolis Raceway Park, pending pit stops, David Gibson has the race lead over Gino Benoni, William Viola P3, Talaziz P4, Joshua Clemens.
I'm not sure what that was.
Top 5.
Themselves.
Everybody in Tetra.
Pit road will be open this time. The 8 car, Lucky Dog, other lap time cars, if you wish to stay out and everyone in front of you and all the lead lap cars in front of you pit, you will be eligible for the waiver round. Yes, and then if you get a penalty on pit road, then hold your spot until we choose. Pit speed at 35 as a reminder. Open this time.
I expect everyone to come in, get some fresh tires.
And obviously, first caution of the night. That's that first run down. 33 laps is a pretty good run there. Give everyone a good idea how this thing is going to end up going, strategy-wise, tire-wise, all that. So, new mindset, if anything different for these guys on how you drive the car. So I think we could see that change how we see this next restart.
Drivers enter their box. Aziz did win the pole, so he gets first pit box.
Oh, he just
Barely gets in.
crowds in that 51. Holy.
That's ideal here. Stephen Gibson, who entered the pits P1 and is going to keep the lead actually from Benoni. Aziz loses a spot to Clements, a little argy-bargy between the Rodriguezes of Friesen and Daniel.
9 on pit road appears to be having.
Okay,
Issue.
so 06, I'll clear your black flag, and then you'll just drop to the rear when we choose.
Something going on with the 79. I'm not sure. Okay, he's off the track now.
Alright, we can choose this time by. We may not go green next time by, but we will choose this time by. So if you
Yes.
were a penalty car, then you can pull over to the apron and let everyone by on the front stretch.
Stoudemire finally drives out the pits as we commence the choose cone. Gibson on the inside.
And then Carl, I already scored your lap, so you will just be last of everyone. Are there any other black flags that I did not get?
So on the initial start, Aziz spun his tires before he even got to turn 1 and lost the lead. I wonder if
I'll go one more
Gibson
time just
will
so I have everything
be
set
able
up.
to...
So no more black flags, correct? I think we're waiting on the one car to catch up.
I'm just wondering if Gibson is able to prevail on the inside.
Okay, yeah. So this time, so green flag will be next time by. The 51 is the control car. I'll call quiet zone entering 3.
Oh, we got 2 guys that are really quick.
That was a
One
good
of
run,
them's gonna get a
everyone.
better restart. Okay, I just don't know
Appreciate
who.
being patient.
And right now, Benoni has the fastest lap of the race with 22.540. Gibson, 4th fastest, 22.575. It may not be that much, but even tiny margins matter a lot at short tracks.
Alright, quiet zone in the tech sector, please. Control is on the 51.
Going to be completing lap 36, 89 laps left ahead of us. Going into the restart zone, that white line to the yellow line. We are back on the way. Gibson with a terrific launch. He cleared Benoni into turn 1.
Very great start. A few cars going 3 wide in the back. Looks like they hold on to Davis on the wall in the 22. Keeps it straight. Scubs, he's good. All right.
And Sancho Davis
look,
gets
big
shoved.
run!
Oh,
Troxel.
Troxel spins on the apron of turn 3. And
They're
no
good.
caution for any of that.
Yeah, it looked like Negron and Troxel got together. Troxel got the worst of it, pretty much.
Gavila trying anything to defend against Clements and Pete. For the podium places, Clements kisses the wall. As he's unable to make a move, they'll have to remain 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, there's Caden Reif up here just outside the top 5 in that 97 car. Haven't really talked about him a whole lot.
But he got wrecked on the initial start. He reutilized our one and only resets, and now he finds himself P6.
Doug Rodriguez qualified, I believe, just outside the top 10. He's back up to 7th, and Harry Crawford up here as well in 8th.
I feel like if you cannot pass on the track, your best place is to pass on pit lane.
Definitely so.
And got Scubs and the 0-2 spins after 4, only a single car, and the track is clear. And talk about turning up the heat for Clemens. He just set the fastest lap of the race, 22.511. Sits 4th place behind the number 27 Ford Mustang. He could challenge for the lead, but he needs to move Viola out the way.
Speaking of challenge for the lead, that 24 looked like he had a nose underneath Gibson off of Ford. Didn't quite have enough for him, but he's starting to put on the pressure.
And Benoni is searching. He doesn't have a lot of room to work with, but any inch he could utilize could translate into a momentum speed as Gibson sideways.
Ah, he's pushing. He's trying to keep ahead of that 24 as much as he can. Holy.
Benoni was faster than Gibson that time round, 400s up a second faster. And they keep fighting each other. That's just going to bring everyone else in.
Yeah, but Clemens also, he's trying to go for that 3rd spot. Trying every line he can.
And this track, it just really promotes the driver's defensive abilities. We see Gibson able to defend against Benoni, and Viola doing the same with Clemens so far.
Taking a little lower entry there, maybe trying to cure that 51 into a mistake. Oh, 02 is around in front of the leaders.
And he's on the apron. He'll get it going as quickly as he can. Here goes Benoni on the inside for the lead.
He's really going to have to get something going on here on exit, otherwise it's not going to work. He held him pretty good.
Side by side, they were identical in lap times this most recent lap, and Benoni is going to clear for the race lead. His first lap led of the night.
And that just kind of goes to show, because, you know, some guys could just went down to that very bottom, costing all the momentum on the top, but with this being very high line dominant, he just ran the middle and just did what he needed to get around that 51 car.
And that did slow them two down a little bit. It did bring in William Viola into the conversation as Gibson has his nose under. Benoni is gonna scare him, and he is back into the lead.
Viola thought about a little sin there, not quite.
And when you see a driver make a mistake, your initial reaction is just to pounce on the opportunity, but Viola wasn't able to do so.
Quite have the run they needed. That 92 has also kind of been ready to pounce as well. 24
It's
wants it
Benoni. Yeah, just peeking his nose under. Yeah, but Gibson is not phased. He's in 5th place, kind of just slipping back of this top 5 battle for the race lead. He did win the pole, but he just haven't been able to put down consistent lap times.
Yeah, and Caden Rife in that 97, all the way up to 6th. Kind of just been rolling there, but you can kind of tell not quite up there in terms of speed with the rest of these guys. 20 at D-Dog Rodriguez, he's getting ready to pounce as well.
And just made a huge gap between 5th and 6th place. So, yeah. Joe Schmuda gets put a lap down. Very close call between him and Benoni. Trying his best to stay out of the way. This is round 4 of the IFAR Championship Season 16 at Indianapolis Raceway Park. It is Stephen Gibson leading over Gino Benoni, with William Viola top 3, Clemens P4, Aziz P5. Gotta go a little ways back before you find Caden rifle in 6th. Dan Rodriguez 7th. Landau peeking to the inside in 8th place. They recovered in 9th. Dylan Negron completing your top 10 with a hungry Visa Rodriguez and Garza Mullian just behind them. Only 2 retirements so far, Daniel Silla and Perkins.
Now I'm seeing this 06 back here in 13th. Just won the Essex Rockingham race last night. A little surprised that they are, not to say, all that back tips or nothing, but like I'm a little surprised that they're not, as far up the pack as they are.
Didn't get the best qualifying spot, and unfortunately that just meant she stuck back here with the Goobers, who are still battling side by side with each other.
Yeah, I mean it's 5 o'clock traffic back here behind this 97 car.
And that helps with Joe Shimura, who nearly gets wrecked by Garza Mullian. And finally that pack of cars clears the lapped traffic.
Next up the road there would be William Gregory in 14th.
Back towards the front, we got Riley Trawick ready to go lap down. Benoni has closed up, not by much this time round. And Viola has also joined the action. Clements, 4th place, slipping back.
Yeah, a couple more lap cars. The 79 of Stottlemyre, 98 of Daniel Rivera.
Ethan O'Connor into the pit lane with all the passenger inside damage.
Yeah, maybe try something out. See what that 28 can do. Unless they're going into fixed damage and all that.
It's possible to go to the end from here, but it's really risky at that. I'd rather wait for a caution.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a damage repair, so they're just going in to just make it to where they can get this race over with without dying, I guess.
And this is not working into Gibson's favor. The lap traffic of Trawick and Lazar side by side in front of him.
Oh, neither of them given.
Lazar rides the wall. And Trawick is being really hesitant, and just being Benoni giving her the chrome horn, trying to tell her get out of the way. Clements with a big smack into the wall in turns 1 and 2. That's not going to help him resurge his way to the front.
Yeah, those a lot of we talk a lot about that Darlington stride. Let's talk about the and the 16.
Oh,
nice save from the 92.
Clements somehow didn't get collected. That allowed the Z's to have a peek to the inside. This is for 4th place.
Daggum.
And unfortunately, that's not the first time Riley Trawick has done something similar. I remember last season at Bristol, she was fighting with the leaders on fresh tires and wrecked herself. Didn't cause a caution somehow, but that's just one of those ignorant things. It's just, you could be fighting for Lucky Dog, but if I were a lap car, or the lap car, sorry, I would also be annoyed at that 16 car.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't necessarily. They could have put themselves in a better spot. I think, at the end of the day, that's really the end story there. Maybe not push so hard.
Yep, Trawick into the pits. That will not allow her to keep the Lucky Dog position, even if she were to stay out. O'Connor has retired from the race, our third DNF of the race. Line allows 6. He has cleared the traffic of Stottlemyre and Gonzalez. And Bright Riffle. I honestly don't know how to pronounce his last name. I've just been picking and choosing his. Who knows? Bright demotes it to 7th place. Roman Gonzalez gets out of the way. The Stallmeyer holds firm in 21st place.
Yeah, going a few laps down, just logging some laps. They haven't raced here in a solid minute, so good to see him back running laps here in IFAR.
Benoni closing in. It was half a tenth that last time round. We'll see this time round. Gibson gains by another half tenth. But it was William Viola who was faster than both of them, with a 22.78 that last time round.
Yeah, I mean, based on what we've seen here with how important track position is, I think obviously we got one more pit stop. Do you want to overcut? Do you want to undercut? I honestly think undercut's going to be the way to go here, based on what I've seen.
I do think so. Usually at short tracks, you want to split it in half, trying to cover up as much as you can, risk tire wear, but with this track being track position dominant, I do agree with you. You gotta take the undercut. We are in the field window to go the rest of the way without another pit stop.
Yeah, definitely so.
And a little bit of a smack to the wall for Viola out of turn 2, but no damage for him.
This might end up being a game of chicken, like, well, I say game of chicken, but monkey see, monkey do. Whoever does it first. I mean, everyone else is gonna be flooding in like it's a concert.
Oh, Triwick's sliding down the front stretch, somehow keeps it straight, but that hinders Daniel Rodriguez in 13th place.
Yeah, D-Dog, he was running up in the top 10 a little bit ago, but I think he overcooked his stuff and opened the door. Some cars got around him, and he's just dropping like a rock.
And last car of Triwick getting in his way certainly doesn't help his unfortunate series of events.
42 in the wall. Yeah, I think Triwick, they're in a pretty tough spot. You want to get in that track position back, but you're going to be cooking your tires either way.
At the line, it will be 50 laps to go in the IFAR Championship at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Round 4 of the season is Stevie Gibson leading over Gino Benoni and William Viola.
Around. They get it back
He
on.
gets it out of the way.
Sorry to interrupt you there.
I have a feeling every time I read out the running order, someone wrecks. So I should probably stop doing that.
Fills the dead air. Oh, and the 06 is into the wall in turn 3 and 4. The 98 got into the back of him.
Oh, at the same time, Charles Truxell nearly spins in front of Stephen Gibson.
He's in the lucky dog spot now. Gonna get out the way of the 27. Some good old driver courtesy there. Nice to see that.
Only 13 cars on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap is Daniel Rodriguez, who's crossing the start-finish line.
Yeah, a few cars several laps down in between.
Benoni has resorted back to wall cooling. And I also saw Viola doing the same thing a few laps ago, so those forwards might be thinking tire cooling could be the way to go. Scubs into the pit lane. Gonna be 4 tires and likely damage repair. As the 79 is slow, he has a flat tire. Exit turn 4 on the front stretch.
Oh yeah, that's rough. Trying to get that back around. If I'm him, I'm gonna try to go to the bottom as soon as I possibly can. Cause riding over the top's gonna be really rough.
Yeah,
Now's his
had to
chance.
force Clements to check up a little bit. And then 79 will safely get into the pit lane, but Aziz just ahead of them. First to pit out of these lead group cars.
I was telling you, it's going to be coming down to that undercut. And if these guys, I mean, if they're going to have to pit here soon, Viola, it looks like also went that strategy. So
Yeah.
MCR are all pitting together there. Aside from Harry Crawford.
Scabs his laps down, but he still has his spirits.
Yeah, this is going to hurt Viola. I think because they got traffic to deal with. Depends on if that 24 or 51 pits. If they pit soon, then maybe not so much of a damage there, but we'll have to see. I think ultimately.
Yeah, normally I would want to pit if there is traffic, but unfortunately for Viola, it came the other way around. He only had a little bit of traffic in the form of the top two, and now he's just been himself in a swarm that is the rest of the field on the lead lap.
I think this will honestly be a net loss for that 27. TalhaDevYT hit a lap later. I don't imagine he's going to be in too much better shape. Let's see where he's at. Yeah, not too much better shape for him. 98's going to go down pit road, along with 20 and 01, and the 97 and 76.
Get all those people who are trying to get away with each other, trying to get the clean air after the pit stop, but they just all had the same idea and followed each other.
Yeah. 92 down pit road. They got some heavy damage. 16 loose. I don't know what happened to them.
If you got a black flag from pitting,
Oh, there's a
you
wreck
have
at
to
the
service.
backstretch that involves Thomas Truxell and William Gregory at the backstretch.
Caution
And
down,
that
caution
will-
down.
Oh no, that's going to screw up the running
I
order.
don't know where this is gonna leave us.
Alright,
we
so
will
once they
fight it.
cross
We
the
will
line,
figure
that's
that out.
really going to show us where these guys are at. A lot of guys are going to get locked a lap down with this, and this is just perfect for the 51. Or not, well, they did pit right as the caution came out, so I think they'll be okay. 24, I think, is going to be the big winner out of
Okay,
this.
I don't know who the leader is, so everyone just cycle around at 40 miles an hour. We will figure that out then. So everyone go down to 40, and whoever the leader at the start-finish line, we'll figure it out from there.
According
Pit
to my...
as soon as we took the caution.
Yeah, so the 81 landed Lyle. And he pit right as the caution came out, so he was going to be in a great
Lyle
spot.
is the leader. Steven was on pit road, so everyone catch up to Lyle. Lyle run 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, so Steven...
No one. Pit road is closed. No one pit.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We'll
We
let those
will get
guys
this sorted
sort it out. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the replay.
Only
Do not-
4 cars
Just
on the
hold
lead
your
lap.
positions. Wherever you were. Okay.
Imagine most of those guys are going to take the free pass.
Yeah, 27 William
Okay, so
Viola
that's
is
all
currently
bummed
the
up.
lucky
So
dog.
this next time by, only lead lap cars can pit. What did I say? Only lead lap cars can pit, and then we'll go from there. So pits will open this time by for the lead lap cars.
Look at the replay. Looks like the 42 kind of hit the 00, and then
The lucky dog will be the 27 car.
I know, isn't that
So
kinda weird?
the
He
27 you
passed
can
me.
pit this time.
He passed me.
He passed. Okay. Then Troxel, you'll be the lucky dog, and yeah.
I mean, you give him the free pass too if you want, but like he passed me after the caution came out, so.
Okay, pits open this time for the lead lap cars.
I don't know. I figured the 00 being the caution
And then continue pacing at
would not have
40.
been eligible for it, but I don't know if that rule applies here in IFAR. Yeah, this is big for Lyle. Huge track position.
I'm just gonna go on in game scoring. If that is true, then I'll deal with it post race. So 27 will be the lucky dog. You can pit and then you'll run up behind the leaders. Everyone else, if you do not pit this time by all the lap cars that are ahead of every lead lap car, so ahead of the 51, you will be eligible to wave around.
Yeah, it's just really poorly timed yellow, but big advantage for that 81 car,
So pit to open this time for lap down cars.
which is a lot
Lap.
of the field.
Yeah. Also benefits Jolene Sims. We mentioned her being stuck back there amongst most of the lead group, and now she finds herself second place.
27, I give you the lap. Okay, I believe, so the 51, I believe will be, did the 51 pit? Okay, so if you're ahead of the 51 car on track, let's all wave around now. Just go at like 60, 70 miles an hour. And we will line up there. So then 51, just hold 40.
Yeah, and I gotta remember, Steven, he pit right when that caution came out, so he was in a really good spot. And Gino pit a lap too early.
Does the 90 and 22 also get the wave? They were between me and Steven.
Steven, they can wave. They can wave. I forget
Okay.
the rule, so I'm gonna give them the wave. And then everyone
That's
else,
fair.
if you're a lap car behind Lyle still, then you will drop to the rear when we catch up to you. I guess we can pick it up a little bit, Riley. Just to reach the end of the field. Just be sure not to plow anyone.
It's just unfortunate having to sort through these as we are
Okay.
under
Were there any
the third caution.
penalties on pit road there that I did not catch? Okay. Lap down cars, if you are still a lap down by this point, you drop to the rear in your positions, and then next time by, we will choose, and then we will go green from there.
So it was 4 cars on the
Appreciate
lead
it,
lap has became 12
annoying.
cars on the lead
Annoying
lap.
when like almost everyone's angry right now, but we'll get through it. We'll
Yeah,
go
sounds
green
fun.
with 32
Alright.
to go in the race.
Under caution in the IFAR championship. This is
And then
round
at
4 of the
06,
season.
they have no second gear, so just be aware of that on the restart.
Are they,
Choosing this time.
alright.
06 car, Jolene.
No second gear
If I can
for
read correctly.
her.
Choosing.
They're all good
May not
on
matter.
gas.
Yep. May not matter too much for Jolene not having second gear because it is a short track. You get burst of speed regardless. You could just go from first to third immediately.
Well, about a 30-ish laps on the run here if we stay green to the end. I think we're going to see a good bit of pushing here.
Alright, quiet zone in the tech shot. The 51 is the control car.
Too crazy, but
Yep, Gibson picks inside lane once again as the race leader, then allowed P2. Sims and Muyang in row 2, Aziz and Viola row 3, Clements and Benoni row 4, Crawford and Ryan Finn row 5 as we are back underway at IRP.
stellar start from the 51. He's already ahead in turn 1.
And Benoni already into the wall. This is the first back I've seen him all race, so he's got a lot more traffic to negotiate through.
Definitely so. Big setback for the 24.
97 in the
right.
wall.
They sorted out. Culture. Oh, spinner ahead. That's called. That's TalhaDevYT.
Cautioned out, cautioned out.
And be a big wreck that involves Crawford, Benoni, Clements, Aziz. And that was the shortest run of the day.
Let's rack him back up. See
Pace
what
at
happens.
40. People will close that time. It will be open to standby.
Yeah, 24 goes in for a bit of a dive. Just not clear. 92 nowhere to go. 76 also.
Lucky
nowhere
dog,
to
I believe. Yes. 20 is the free pass. I'll go and give you a lap. You just have to drop to the VO when we choose.
Yeah, Benoni just forcing the issue. Not a lot of room on the top 2 lanes here, and just triggered her back.
You're just talking about how that was the furthest back he'd been all race. Well, now he is even further back.
He doubling down.
It's open. For all cars, I should say.
And retirement number 4 of the day, Fred Beliknikov. The 86. He stopped under caution during the last time round, so don't know what his issues were, and if that contributed to his retirement. Aziz and Benoni down in the pit lane along with Clements and Trotwick.
Basically, everybody involved in the wrecks. 16 just topping off on gas, maybe getting some repair if they have damage, repairable damage. Yeah, all these guys are running top 5 most of this race, and then a mistake, and that just all it takes.
And at this point, I don't think they can get back into the top 10 unless they have some luck on their side.
It would take a
20 is
big
trying to
luck.
drop back to his spot, so just be aware of that. Because he should be 13th place, so.
Alright. Not choosing this time by 24 will be in the longest line. Okay, since the leader stayed out, any lap cars can drop to the back now. Just hold your positions, and then we will choose next time by. And then Gino, you'll start behind the lap downs at the penalty car.
A lot of cars lap down. This is gonna be big for 76, or well, it's gonna be some good track position for some of these guys.
And Benoni having to be behind those lap cars,
Right.
or black
Choosing
flag
this time
cars,
by.
is a big detriment.
Yeah, that's true.
So if Gino out of the picture, that promotes that and Lau. But the closest anyone else has been to Gibson has been the number 27 of William Viola. As we
Carson's up
hit
there
choose
as
cone.
Really don't know what the 81 or 70 might have. First time they've really been up here this race.
Just new players with what will be a 26 lap restart.
Okay, restarting this time by. The 51 is the control car in the restart gun.
And once again, I think push is going to be really the thing here. Can't really leave too much on the table.
Quiet zone in the text chat.
Give everybody got on the restart and just settle with the track position you did gain out of it.
Yep. And hope not to die, and hope someone else dies.
Pair of Toyotas on the front row with a pair of Fords in row 2, a Chevy and a Ford in row 3, 26 laps left, and Gibson checks out from the field once again.
Yeah, that bottom lane, especially the 51, able to really just get a good start there.
Viola able to defend against William for third, as they're still side by side for fifth place. Jolene Sims able to clear the ground. They're still going to try to sort it out amongst the back half of the field.
Oh, 20 on the
Yeah.
wall.
Yep, in the wall. They'll try and battle for 10th place. Now he's side by side with Aziz. Remember, he got the 14 car got wrecked in the most recent caution.
Spinner 22 in the back.
As Trevor Davis doesn't seem to be a caution.
Caution's out. Caution's out.
Never mind.
So,
I imagine that was
55,
probably
51 in the leader. I think the 22 will be the lucky dog. We'll see. No, sorry, the 8 car will be the lucky dog this time.
That's just bad
Yeah,
luck for Trevor
Carl!
Davis.
Pits
see
will
what
be
happens.
open this time by.
Yeah, looked
It'll
like,
go and give you a lap, and then you can just drop to the rear.
Yeah, it's 22 and 30 going for the same real estate. 42 really nowhere to go.
Just Trevor Davis has just been bullied on these restarts, and I believe it's just the worst he's had.
Stay on track, just
throughout the
hold
race.
40.
We're talking about full push, and I think we're seeing a good bit of that out of a lot of these guys. And let's breathe in a few yellows here and there. A mixed bag with strategy here.
Race leader Gibson into the pits.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a decent bit of track position from that. Might not be a race killer, but this will definitely make this interesting.
Jolene Sims out of the pits, first out of this group. Troxel second place out.
I think some 2 tires there from some of those guys.
Having the tire advantage is one thing, but how do you get around
To
these
the rear
people
anyways,
who are on
yep.
old tires?
I mean, it's gonna have to really, you're gonna have to really get aggressive.
And 24 to the rear. Okay. Lap down cars, you can pull off to the side now. On the front stretch here.
Looks like net loss of about 6 spots from the 51. Well, about 7 actually.
Yep, top 5 stayed out. Be Jolene Sims on 2 tires.
And then we
The
will
first on
choose
fresh
this time
tires.
by, and then go green with 19 to go.
Honestly, I think 5 cars. That's
Yeah, car, you
pretty
have to start.
solid.
Because you bought a park bike and you were lucky dog. Start behind all the lappers.
Decent. What do you call it? I forget what they call it, but you got a gap between the leader and the guy with freshest tires in the field, 51. The 06 also with 2 fresh tires as well. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Choosing this time.
Well, for Jolene and even Gibson, it's just a matter of how these top 5 line up when they come to the juice cone.
Yeah.
Lau inside, Muyang outside. Then it's Clemens Aziz in row 2. Crawford 5th. Sims follows Crawford. That promotes Gibson to 6th place. 3rd car on the outside.
In all honesty, they spread out pretty evenly there. Nothing too cut, nothing too dry.
Okay, 81 will be the control car. Quiet zone. Leader will say the green within the white lines.
It'll be Landon Lau leading on screen with 19 to go. Garcia William P2. Joshua Clemens P3. Talhaziz 4th. Crawford 5th. Gibson 6th. Sims 7th. Viola 8th. Negron 9th. And Daniel Rodriguez completing your top 10. We're in for a shootout here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. New leader, Landon Lau, launches the field.
Oh, 76 real loose. Big block. Oh, the 51 with a huge head of steam.
Well, he got the bottom, or the middle. Brad preferred to be in the middle lane.
Digging in deep, a lot of these guys. It's all about push. Like I said, that breeds in a lot of yellows and they spin to the back. I'm not sure if that's single
Yep.
car or not. 16
all-
around.
You know, only Trop, Trey Wick. Here comes Clemens for the lead.
Big side by side here. 51 already going for P3. 27 right in tow. Ah, it gets so tight here. Both of them side by side is really going to help the 51, the 51.
Yeah, trying to get clear as soon as you can.
Oh, look at the
those
arc, the slide
new
job
tires
from the
are coming.
92.
Clements clears for the lead, but Gibson is not too far away. He makes the move for P2 and landed loud through turns 3 and 4. 27 and William Viola to follow.
And you can push those tires, get them all heat up against the other guys, but eventually... Oh, he's loose! Holds on to it! Oh, wow.
He's not alive, kicking the rear out, and he's trying to do just that, trying to get clear of fellow Toyota driver. But finally he gets clear after a bit of a tank slap. Oh boy.
Oh!
Landon Lyle, known for being wide, he is not willing to give up the podium places.
Definitely not. That 27 also on fresh tires, don't forget. Falling right in behind that 51. They haven't let him get too far.
Caution's out, caution's out.
And there you
And
have it.
Brad-
Yellow flag.
And it's Roman Gonzalez and Joe Schmuda at turn 2.
Now this is gonna
Looks like
shake it up.
the lucky dog will be the 01 car.
Because if you're
Pits
Josh,
will be closed this time by.
I don't know. This is a tough situation. I mean, what do you do if you're Josh? You got older tires. You just keep it going for 2. Depends on what the other guys do. I don't know.
And unfortunately, it's kind of the same story with Gino Bononi. Gets underneath a car, Stallmeyer clears himself, and that triggered a big wreck.
Yeah, Scubs is hard on the brakes and just gets pancaked.
Okay, 01, I gave you your lap, so pits will be open next time by. 01, you can pit. Everyone can pit. 01, you will just drop to the rear afterwards and be in the rear.
Trevor Davis also involved. He spins trying to avoid the crash.
This is going to be some big decisions here. I mean, you got a guy in the lead. A little bit older tires, 51 and 27. He just pit the last stop. 81 older tires, 70 on older tires, 14 on older tires. I think the 76 also on older tires. So only really 2 of those guys that had fresh tires were able to penetrate
Pits
the
open.
top 5.
Right,
William Sims as well with 2.
Yeah, you kind of just forced to commit to whatever you got, but Landon Lyle's just going to
I'm
prove
gonna bring
being
the pace
wrong.
meter down a
He's
little
going to
just so
come
we
to the
can have
bits.
an extra lap. I'm a good guy like that.
Not very many takers. Not
Yeah,
surprised by
just-
that.
Yeah, you're leading into the race. They do not do overtime here, so I'd rather just have the track position.
I think that's a fair bet. Because I'm thinking Josh. I
Are you
mean,
retired?
but yeah, Josh staying out. He knows. I'm sure he knows that he does not have the same caliber of ability that those 51 and 27 have in terms of tires. So maybe just
Okay.
for things to
Lap
fall
cars, if
into
you want to
place.
go ahead on the back stretch, you can just pull off to the side and let everyone through. And then if you're a lap car that's coming off pit road, then you'll just be behind all of them. And then we will try and choose at the line here. So lap cars go in and pull down to the inside, just like all the way on the apron. 8 to the back behind the lap cars, and then we'll form up and then we'll choose.
As that checkered flag is looming.
I will trust you, Troxel.
No, me and Lyle did the same thing. So just clear our blacks.
Choosing this time.
Pressure's gonna be ramping up. It's just gonna come down to. We're gonna see something here.
Clements outside, Gibson inside, Viola follows him. William will join Clements on the top side. And Clements is trying to go back to back here. He won Homestead this last Saturday.
I'm just trusting
Wait.
my button, sorry. Make sure I have the right one. Okay, quiet zone in the text chat. 92 will be the control car.
Oh, Josh, I actually thought that was the real call. I almost wrecked the entire field.
Clements didn't get the cleanest route en route to victory last week, but he has just been quietly in the top 5 all day, and now he's in contention to win this race.
coming out of this restart here. If that 51's able to get a good jump, that might be all she wrote.
First time he hasn't been given a control at the front row, and 10 laps remain from Clements to the checker flag. He gets a great jump.
That is a good jump there.
Oh, Talha really sideways.
How
Somehow
did they not
didn't
wreck?
cause a wreck.
There's no one between that 51 and 92. It's less than 10 to go, or it's 10 to go here.
9 right now, and Gibson
Caution's out.
trying to kick the car out as caution's out again. Stallmeyer and Schmuda on the front stretch.
So close that time.
That's going to be big.
I believe after this caution, it will be point of no return, so it will be just racing back to the finish from there.
Been clean so far, but like I said, the pressure ramping up. A lot of the guys pushing harder to get more spots. There's some stuff like that.
Stallmeyer
Yeah, 30 you.
smacks the ball, and Schmuda nowhere to go on that one.
Be to the back. The next restart.
I mean, I think at this point,
Pit to open if you want to pit. Open for everyone.
I think at this point, you're in the bed, you're gonna sleep in tonight. If you're in the back, obviously pit, you know, just to try to get something. But I think if you're top 10 right now, just stay out and gamble, pretty much.
Yep. This caution helps Clements, has less laps to fend off Gibson and Viola.
Okay, so same deal. The lappers, when we get to the full-on backstretch, like not out of 2, like just be down on the bottom of the backstretch itself, pull off, and then let every lap car through. And then if you're a lap car that pitted, you'll be lined up behind them. And then we'll choose this time, and then it will be 5 to go. I think our 4 to go is technically 4 laps. I'm saying it's 5 laps because it's a short track. So we will be green to the end, no more cautions. If you, that does not mean to plow into someone, but that would be the idea.
Pretty much an artificial caution cooldown.
Yeah, realistically, what we want, Carl, is to have more cautions and less racing. So
Choosing this time.
Precautions, less racing.
Yep. High pacing, if you will, as they come to choose cone one final time. Clements and top 4 actually will remain how they restarted last time. Clements just all he really has to do is just psych out Gibson, and you can just defend from there.
Quiet zone
To
tech shot. The 92 will be the control car. And good luck, everyone.
I think once again, you gotta hit it on the restart. Do what you did that last restart. Pretty much.
And Gibson is anticipating Clements to call the restart at around the same spot. Trying to get any kind of jump he can remain side by side with the 92. 5 laps. Front of checker flag,
wow.
green flag.
They didn't
It is
miss on
points
that
and points of no return, so no more cautious from here out as Garson warps nearly causes a wreck amongst the outer parts of the top 5. Troxel really on that low line, trying to get a top 5 finishing position out of this one.
Yeah, big sin there. He might be able to get around the 70 into turn 1.
And Troxel will do just that. Keep 6th place. And Gibson is searching. Well, he's been searching Well, he was leading, now he has to do it again through traffic. There's not a lot of time left, and Viola is also breathing down his neck.
Come to 2 to go next time.
Really up the track is Gibson. Viola has his nose under. This will be an exchange for P2.
Oh, wow. Big slide from that 27. I don't think I could have cut it any closer in turn 1.
Yep, Viola has to lock in now. He has to put every inch of racetrack to use to close in on Clements. Out of turn 4. Final lap begins.
Oh, big slide, too
big
much!
Slide. Too much for William Viola to handle. And he's going to lose second. He's going to bounce with Jolene Sin apron almost.
Big sin from the 51.
He tried wall bouncing, but it's not going to work. Joshua Clements back to back in IFAR.
Yeah, God, that was close for third as well.
Good race, everyone. The first half was better than the second half, but that was still better than what I expected with the 30-car field. So thank you all for that. Next week will be Atlanta. Alex should hopefully have that track ready by like next Friday. But thank you everyone for coming out, and we'll see you next week.
Josh Clements back to back. IFAR wins.
IFAR rigged indeed.
IFAR rigged indeed.
With AGT out of the picture, that is the other admin who has to take up the reign of the dominant driver who owns the league.
97 almost got slimed out. Oh, Steven not happy after that.
Yeah, after leading most of the race, Gibson just really unfortunate. He did have the advantage after the pit stops that triggered a caution flag, but just ultimately didn't lead when it mattered the most.
Yeah, and I was worried when he pit, and then not everyone.
So there will be there's a broadcast. So if you want to take part in the post-race interview, you can join the waiting room. Thanks, all.
But yeah, we've seen when he pit, and 5 of those lead lap cars stayed out. That was enough ultimately at the end of the race to decide the victory there.
Before we get to interviews, we shall read out the finishing order, unofficially of course. Joshua Clements wins at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Steven Gibson, dominant driver of the day, finishes P2. William Viola was P3 and remains P3. Jolene Sims had to claw her way back up to P4. Dylan Negron with a top 5 finish. Thomas Troxel P6, Landon Lyle P7. Garson Mullion P8. Tyler Z's P9, and Harry Crawford completes your top 10. Gina Benoni 11th, Hayden Wiffle 12th, Carl Childress 13th, Friesen Rodriguez 14th, William Gregory P15, the 2 Daniels of Rodriguez and Rivera 16th and 17th, Jack Lazar P18th, Riley Trawick 19th, and Roman Gonzalez complete your top 20. Chris Dahlmeyer 21st, Joe Shmuda 22nd, and the last car to finish on the track. Then it's Trevor Davis 23rd, Fred Beletnikov 24th, Ethan O'Connor 25th, Daniel Silla 26th, and Zenith Van Perkis 27th, and in last place.
All right. Let's go ahead and bring in our race winner, Joshua Clements.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Mr. Joshua Clements, you got a copy?
Hello. How's it going?
Back-to-back wins. I know that is not easy to do, especially here in IFAR. Came down to some strategy with just, do you pit, do you stay out? It chose the latter. Ended up working out for you. What was your thoughts on that race overall?
Yeah, it was, or the race itself was, that, I was a little temperament going in as an admin, but the first half was really good. I felt like, we only had, a few cautions. I mean, there was a lot of single car spins, but it was still pretty good. And then at the end, it kind of devolved, and we'll look back and see, but, typical trying to get everything you can because the laps are running out. So, it sucked. I felt bad as an admin calling the cautions, but rules are rules, and I followed them. So, but yeah, it was good. Yeah, the strategy worked out. I had a little faster tires than like the other people that stayed out because I was involved in that wreck before. Um, and so that helped. And I was actually like very surprised that Steven and Will, I mean, they made their way through the field, that they decided to pit too, because I felt like we fell off for sure. They fell off less than me. But it was still like within a few tenths, and I felt like you could just hold on at that point. So, but it ended up working out. They would get around Lyle with a little bit fresher tires, and then the caution certainly helped. I think Steven or Will would have got me if we went green, but luck of the draw, I guess.
And with that wreck, I suppose it didn't demoralize you from there, but even with those late cautions, it did certainly help you be able to defend the track position. Was it a bit of a toll to defend against Gibson and Viola in the closing laps?
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, they were always in my meal. I think before that last caution, Steven was all over me. I felt like I needed to hit my mark. It's still, the track it's not something I'm traditionally really good at, which is just sliding the car and perfectly pitching it. But I had like a rhythm going where I'd kind of clip the banking change, and that would help me turn, and then just being precise on the throttle. I lost that rhythm a little bit, but then that last restart, I got it back, and then Steven just, he wasn't ever really close enough even to nudge me if he was going to do something like that. So that last little stint was actually not bad, but it would have been a different story if I had to hang on the whole time. I don't know if I could have done that.
No other questions, Zach?
No, I don't hear anything else.
Well, Atlanta next week. This is the older configuration. Big emphasis on tire wear, I do believe. So we'll leave you to prep that track up for next Saturday. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, next Saturday should be fun. Alex will have that cooked up. I imagine it'll be kind of like a high-low track like Texas, but it should be a lot of fun. And appreciate y'all for broadcasting and everyone turning up.
Buddy was moved out of your channel.
And bring in our second place, in there? All right, no, our third place
Third.
finisher, William Viola.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, William Viola, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, P3. You had a good race going there towards the end. Some different pit decisions were made. A few guys stayed out. A few guys took 2. You and Gibson took 4. Ended up P3 in the end. What was your thoughts on that race overall?
Well, first off, sorry about any background noise. Yeah, it was pretty clear early that Steven and Gino were the ones to beat. I think I was better on tires, but just, can't get a run long enough to really do anything with it. And that last long run there, I decided to pit to try to undercut. There was about maybe a 3/10 per lap difference by pitting early. So I was probably going to come out in the lead if it stayed green. Unfortunately, the caution came out, and then at the end there, I was just pushing so hard. I think I should have stayed out when Steven hit. I was just so confused by Steven pitting. I thought it was an obvious choice to stay out. I just got so confused with it that I should have stayed out. It still worked pretty well. Third is great. Another podium in the season. And yeah, hopefully that win is coming soon. I literally wrecked off in turn 1 on the last lap, but somehow kept it together.
Well, you kind of just been stuck in third place behind Gibson and Benoni for the most part. And even towards the end, you're kind of just stuck in PC, this time behind Gibson and Clements. Was there even a way to get by those two, even if you could?
I think, yes. I made it by Steven at the end. It was definitely possible. Or the pace was just... especially with IRP, it's a very difficult track to pass at. You really have to be smart with it. So I think it was possible that I could have beat them, but who knows how it would have gone. I think, again, if that undercut would have worked and the caution would come out, it would be a totally different story.
Well, congrats on the podium. Victor, you got any other questions?
No. Thank you for joining us, William Viola.
Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
Got next.
Quite a bit.
Sims. I think Gron got a top 5 out of that. Daggum. All right, let's go ahead and
Yeah, top 5.
bring him in.
User was moved to your channel.
All right, Dylan Negron. I believe this is your first IFAR top 5? Question mark?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, nicely done. Played the cards and up with a good deck there. What was your thoughts on that race?
I actually enjoyed it like a lot. I really enjoyed the long runs we had in the beginning, and until that caution came out during the end of a pit cycle, I thought I was pretty good. I think I was 6, and then they just kept wrecking after. But I got lucky. I salvaged a top 5, so I'm pretty happy about the race. Yeah.
And sorry, go ahead.
No, I think like it was just it was really fun actually. Like I think I enjoyed the tire saving aspect and just a lot of the racing we had. So yeah.
Throughout the race, we've been managing the traffic, even amongst lead-lap cars. There was just nowhere for you to go, but you seem to have paid off with the pit strategy with that top 5 finish. Do you think you were able to make passes if that long run were to continue?
I think I would have been able at least maybe catch a car. I was mostly at the point like near that end of the run. I just wanted to like just make sure I stayed ahead of the cars that were right directly behind me. I was like P7, but managing lap traffic was a little bit of an issue because there were some cars that were just in the racing line, and it was a little interesting to pass them since Indianapolis Raceway Park's basically a 1-lane track. But I think I had enough speed to maybe catch a car or two at the end of the run if we kept going.
No more questions from me.
Yeah, I think I'm good as well. You got any last statements, Dylan?
I had a fun time, and hopefully I'll be back for the next one.
All right. Well, congrats on the top 5, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
Okay, next up, Thomas Troxel, P6.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Thomas Troxel, you got a copy?
Yep, I sure do.
You brought that sucker to P6. Daggum. You had a heck of a race going there. What was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I would like to thank me for suggesting this track to Alex and getting it put on the poll. So, like, you had to get a local track in there. That's local enough for me. So, but no, the race was honestly, it was pretty fun. I was decently fast. I did burn off my right front a lot, but thankfully I was able to just freeze. I also like to thank Friesen for being patient with me, and that's probably where all of his patience went, like, for that race.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was patient with me in that first run. Then we got that caution and got spun out, got put in the back, ran all the way up to 15th, got wrecked, and then was able to take the wave around, get back up inside the top 10 there. And that's just all those cautions. I took like 2 tires. I was doing the Homestead strat again, where I was like just continuously pit over and over again and all that stuff. But no, I final restart, or the last 2 restarts actually, I was just praying that I wouldn't wreck anybody when I had to squeeze them, because like realistically, I loved how this track raced, but you can literally not pass anybody unless you dive bomb them and squeeze them up almost into the wall. So, but no, it was good. I'm glad that I brought the Skyline car home in P6. Hopefully that'll get me like some free conies or something like that from my local chili place. But yeah, no, it was a fun race. I appreciate mostly everybody for running me cleanly. I'm glad that race went as well as it did. But yeah, no, P6, I'll take it. Like after the race I went through, I will definitely take a P6.
All right.
Well, lately I've been seeing you up and down the order and back. My Apart from tonight, my immediate thought was the BPNR duel where you flipped over and somehow rallied back up to a P4 finish. Assuming you polish up your race cleanliness, do we expect a win from you anytime soon?
Oh, win and IFAR is not in my nomenclature. I don't think I'll ever get a win in this series, but people get lucky. I mean, they pushed Trevor Davis to a win at Daytona like 4 seasons ago. So if I can get that lucky, or whenever Flandre won it out the Thunderdome in Calder, but things happen, like I don't think I do believe that sometimes I can show speed so I can battle with the leaders, but I just need to be more consistent and make sure I learn how to not burn off my right front of tracks and stuff like that, and I could start running up there a lot more. But unfortunately I just get involved in way too many incidents to really see myself as a prominent factor in like any of the races I do in IFAR. But if Trevor can get a win and Flandre can get a win, I don't see any reason why I couldn't get a win. So I would just have to hope that the dominoes fall in the right place. And since I'm on Domino's team, that I would really hope that would happen. So.
All right.
Well, I suppose we will leave you to fulfill your promise you made during the race against Daniel Rivera with his car file.
Yeah, no, going and finishing him off, yeah.
Oh, that brother cooked.
ruin the whole race. So.
Oh boy.
That might have been why the second half went to shit.
Yeah, it's probably because of his car file. I'm gonna be completely honest there. Shouldn't be allowed to race when you got the wrong car file, and it will be dealt with swiftly, hopefully, by our great mods at in IFAR, our in big air quotes great mods in IFAR. So.
Well, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the P6 finish.
All right, yeah, thank you guys. See you next week.
All right,
Buddy left your channel.
All right. See, after him is Lyle in there. He is not.
No.
Garson, new tall hat. He is there. Let's bring in the tall hat.
User was moved to your channel.
Mr. Talhazies. You got 9th. Yeah, you got 9th.
You became an imposter pole sitter.
I'm gonna kill myself.
The first time.
I almost became one when I won the pole in Kansas, but I barely beat Alex for that 1 lap lead, and I proceeded to not lead another lap, and I wrecked myself on a restart.
Yeah.
I was expecting a bit. I got a bit too caught up trying to like get a jump on Steven, and I shot myself in the foot because it was really sketchy. Behind the inside line, I'm like, oh, that's fun. But I mean, hey, I'll take a pole position. I didn't expect to get pole because I didn't hit a 0.3 that entire practice up until that qualifying, so I'm happy with that. All things considered, I mean, I'll take a top 10. Yeah, there's so much that happened that race. My brain's like fried.
Well, you got hit by a banana, that's for one thing.
You got hit.
I
Banana had a potato on the hood, though. Would it be like a potato banana?
I got, yeah, see, like, I the Benoni Crime Syndicate was going after me, man.
Oh, well, at least you're not sleeping with the fishes.
Yet.
Yet. Keyword yet.
Yet.
The power of yet.
Yeah, I said this before, like, I had an entire, like, race with a roller coaster of emotions. It went from being happy I got pulled to frustrated I messed up to, alright, I'm managing myself somewhat decently to, okay, I'll try to undercut since Will pit as well. We'll try the same strategy. Oh my god, a caution came out. Which I gotta figure out what caused that caution even.
That was Troxel and Gregory on the backstretch, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, man. Yeah, so that, like, I was, like, trying to get a top 5 at the very least. I mean, like, and for the most part, like, I think I was showing, like, top 5 speed at first half. It's just second half. So much stuff happened, and, between getting killed and then damn near killing myself that one restart. I was able to hold off for 9th. So I'll take it, and I don't know what, because I won't be here for Atlanta, so let me look at the schedule again.
You'll be here for a race.
Charlotte. Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely be yeah, because Pocono I might not do. I might take a night to kind of just chill. Pocono or Charlotte I'll definitely do. I definitely want to try to do the 200 lap Charlotte race. If it's the same one that we used past seasons, I was able to manage a lot better every race I go there, so I feel like I could be a factor that race. I have no idea what I-70 is. I know it's a short track.
It's a short track.
Okay, so yeah, I'll definitely try to do something for that. We got a few good tracks for me coming up. For sure. So hopefully I could get a podium at the very least before the season's over with.
All right. Well, congrats on the top 10.
Right.
And Victor, you got any other questions for him?
Nope. Just get plenty of chances still, even though you are on a part-time schedule this season. Good luck the rest of the season. Thank you for joining us.
Yep, of course.
User was moved out of your channel.
Okay, I think next up was it just Rife and Childress left?
Yes.
Go ahead and bring in Caden Rife.
User was moved to your
Hey,
channel.
Caden, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Had a good race, I think. I don't know. I should know. I watched the race, but run top 6 at one point. Was running pretty good. Ended up P12. Honestly, I don't really have anything else too much to add to that. What was your thoughts on that overall?
Yeah, overall it was pretty good for me. As a whole, really just that middle portion where we had a really good pit stop and then ended up making up a lot of positions on the choose. It really put us in a good spot, and we kind of just took advantage of the fact that track position was really at a premium today. You know, ended up towards the front of the field and had a good time keeping cars behind us for the most part. It was pretty hard to pass. So that really benefited us as a whole. I really like driving this track, but yeah, overtaking was a little bit of a challenge, but despite that, I really enjoyed it. And yeah, just made good use of the track position. It was at the end there, though, that we really kind of hemorrhaged a lot of spots on those late yellows, ended up outside of the top 10. Wish we could have got one, but felt good today, and it was nice to have a little bit of speed on a short track like that.
Well, we saw quite a bit of mistakes out of you, especially on the restart. You got into the wall a few times with that track position, kind of just slid back. Was the car just tight on the restarts?
Nah, for me, the restarts is really just a matter of trying to survive. You know, you can't have a good finish if you don't finish in the first place, right? So at the end of the day there were just a lot of people making a lot more aggressive moves around me, and I didn't really want to be making moves like that because, one, I didn't trust myself, and two, just, again, trying to survive it. So that's usually my first priority. And yeah, there was that one spot there that I did end up in the wall, but, you know, everybody makes mistakes on the racetrack out there. It happens from time to time, and just trying to survive and kept the car in one piece. And that's at the end of the day what we were looking to do. And there were a lot of incidents late in that race. There were a couple at the front of the field as well. There was that incident with Tala, which was a great save, by the way. But yeah, just trying to stay out of trouble, and we did, and that was the goal. So at the end of the day, got a good car and another P12, finished P12 back-to-back weeks, which is kind of funny.
Great. Well, congrats on the top 15. Do you have any other last statements before we let you go?
Not really. I appreciate you talking to me, though.
Great. Well,
okay, hold on. Before you go, I've been butchering your last name. I do apologize. Can you pronounce it for me?
My last name, you said?
Yes.
Caden Rife. It's pronounced as if it only has one F. Think like rice.
Yep, 10-4. I've been calling you Rifle with just been.
Yeah, it's trust me. I gotta tell everybody how to say it. It's not a new thing. Don't feel bad about it. It's fine.
Well, Riff, good job on the P12 finish, and thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it.
User was moved out of your channel.
Oh.
I think I still did it anyway.
It's all good. We got one more. Mr. Carl Childress.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Yo, Carl, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, P13. I believe this is your first race this season, if I'm not mistaken. You probably did Daytona, didn't you? I don't remember.
This is my second, no, my third, the second race this season. I
Yeah, I
missed
think.
Daytona.
Okay, okay. I think I missed something then. But you had a all right race. You pretty much did what I would recommend or would say is a pretty solid race. Didn't really get into too many wrecks. Kept it clean for the most part. Didn't have too many things go too wrong. Went a lap down a couple of times. Got the lucky dog a couple times.
Yeah. Well, I will say one part where I did like I was hoping to keep the car clean, but unfortunately there was one moment where I did end up hitting the wall because I was trying to let them know that 2 cars wrecked.
Okay.
A circumstance of typing and driving, unfortunately. But other than that, rerouted and got to a top 15. That was my goal for the day: just save and stay out of trouble and make it to a top 15.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, earlier tonight, you just came out of a Bucky's 500K win. Was the transition from Daytona to IRP a bit difficult for you?
Yeah, a little. I mean, transitioning from of course, a super speedway with where there's more room and the car is more stable. Transitioning from that to not stable, but transitioning from the super speedway to a short track, it was a bit tough. But as the run went on, I was I already had my goal set in mind. Just save up your tires for the race and just make it to the end. Keep the car clean. And it was a short track with 20 plus people, so I had a feeling there was going to be some cautions along the way. And yeah.
No other questions for me?
Yeah. Next week is Atlanta. Granted, we just did a short track tonight. You just came off super speedway. Intermediates, definitely something to keep an eye on. Do you have any strategies, if you plan on racing next week at Atlanta, do you have any strategies you feel like you'd want to test or maybe play around with?
Well, since it is the new Atlanta, the repaved.
No, that's
it's not?
later on. This is the old surface.
Oh, is it? It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Echo,
well.
they put both versions in, but Echo Park is later on.
Echo Park. Anyways, yeah, well, for this Atlanta, if it's the tire eater, then just save up. I do have trouble saving at Atlanta sometimes, but sometimes it can work out in my favor. But yeah, just the same strategy as today. Just save up, just save tires. Not a lot to where I can lose the draft, but save up tires and stay out of trouble. To take advantage of some situations, just make sure to be clean the rest of the race, which you never know with these tracks. But yeah, it was a fun race. The Bass Pro Shops Club and Tracker Boats and ATVs, Mid Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro did pretty well. I'm very satisfied for the run that we had. And yeah, just gonna try to go again and do it again next week. Hopefully a top 10 maybe.
Right.
Well, that is a goal for you, and hopefully you can fulfill it come next Saturday. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Buddy was moved out of your channel.
I think that's everybody.
Yep.
Well, we had a 125 lap race. It came down to, bit of strategy, pitting, not pitting, decisions in between, and all of the above, and then some. Joshua Clements ended up on top. I mean, I'd say it was a pretty interesting race.
Yeah, for a new or a returning short track for IFAR, it's been a really good race in terms of how you're able to defend with little track surface able to be utilized on a lap per lap basis. And Clemens with a great strategy of staying out, able to defend against Gibson and Viola, able to go back to back in the IFAR championship.
Well, guess we'll go ahead and get this thing geared down. Again, wasn't able to make NARL this Friday due to having to stay a little later at work. I think I might try to do Mondays of Thunder on Monday. Might try to broadcast that if things line up for that. And Victor, I know you got BP&R. They're going to Barbagallo this Tuesday. And,
Yep.
I think Friday, once again, we're going to be cutting it close on making NARL. And then S6 after that. And then you got Budweiser on Victor's channel. And then back to IFAR once again. Yeah. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy, like and subscribe anyway, because why not? I want to thank everybody for joining tonight, helping making this possible. Thanks for Victor for joining me in the booth. Thanks to Alex Gonzalez-Greene, Joshua Clements, and even Cameron Jameson for putting the server up, getting the league put together. And from me and everyone here.